Every powerful photograph has a powerful story behind it. Celebrated wildlife photographer Art Wolfe sets out to Alaska to freeze the action of the magnificent brown bears.
When they confuse the salmon, they likely will catch the salmon. Now watch. Alaska represents wildlife and true wilderness. I love seeing wildlife in their natural environment. Nothing's better for me. And on this occasion, I really want to go up and photograph the great brown bear, the largest of the grizzlies, where they catch beautiful coho salmon in a startling backdrop of mountains and glaciers.
Our coastal grizzlies in Alaska are also called brown bears. They are the largest brown bear on the planet. They'll range anywhere from 100 kilos to 800 kilos. So they can be huge bears. They're magnificent animals.
Years ago, I'd have been happy with a bear standing in the water, just looking like a cow in a field. If as long as it was well exposed and sharp, that was good enough, but not today. In recent years, with the modern technology of high ISO cameras, fast shutter speeds, that means I can freeze the motion far better than I ever could have just a few years ago. I would love to get a shot of a bear just flying through the air straight towards the camera. Hardly even see that with your naked eye. With these cameras, in a thousandth of a second, that bear is flying, frozen in time. If I can get that shot, I'm a happy camper. So we went up to the Alaska Peninsula at the perfect time of the year when bears are following the creeks and they feed on the salmon. The only downside of walking through willows like this is where bears like to sleep during the day, hidden away from other bears so they can get a sound sleep. That's why it's always good to be talking. Let the bears know you're coming. A little bit of bear fur. It smells clean. It's really good wool. So, virtually every one of these branches has bear fur. What do we have here? This is likely the jawbone of a baby bear. And this also speaks volumes for the fact that mothers with cubs are in great danger moving through this landscape because there's a lot of boar bears moving around and they're likely to kill a cub just so that the female will come into estrus and that they can breed with her and pass their stronger genes on. This is the way wolves are, lions, and bears. Now last year I was here and there was nothing less than 11 bears right in the river behind me, and this year, not a single bear. Am I discouraged? A little bit, but there's signs that there are bears around. I can see gulls hovering around. Now, gulls hover over the water when bears are catching fish. They're eating the residue of a kill. I'm thinking up this creek is where the bears are. Yeah, it's a beautiful bear. Right in front of the gull, casually walking up. Very nonchalant, very relaxed, all about salmon.
In summer, the rivers run red with salmon returning from the ocean in huge numbers to spawn. Some believe that it is the salmon's acute sense of smell that leads them back to the very stream that was their birthplace.
Bears are not a social animal as a rule, other than a sow with her cubs. They're solitary. But they put up with the other bears in close proximity because there is such a food source, and they've gotten used to getting the food source and putting up with both people and bears.
These two bears are working in unison, and when they confuse the salmon, they likely will catch the salmon. Now watch. Nice. Good catch. All right, in this particular case, only one got the salmon. Hey, better luck next time. Ah, that's really nice. That mother has so much work keeping those cubs out of harm's way and keeping them fed in the middle of a bunch of boar bears.
A male bear intrudes on a sow and her cub's territory, only focused on the scattering salmon. A mother will aggressively defend her cubs, putting herself at great risk in doing so. On this occasion, the male leaves the confrontation and continues to chase salmon into the shallows.
Wow, that was fantastic. This mother is chasing a big boar who's only interested in catching salmon. It comes out and smacks him, but the bear is so interested in the salmon that it was on point. It actually got the salmon, as did she. Amazing behavior.